You know, it's the adrenaline rush as well, isn't it? When when you've got that growth mindset and something like this happens and you have that razor focus, it actually you get this rush that keeps you going. But I think the danger sometimes is actually it's keeping that rush there, it's keeping that level there, because if you don't, it's like it's such a fall, it's such a drop. And I know that there's been a couple of times where, like in the last 4 months, where I've just gone, do you know what? I'm really struggling today. And it's just that actually these things I've got to get done. Well, I tick them off the list. And I was like, okay, well, now what?
I
You know,
guess there's some science in that probably, Rhonda, as you'll know better than me about how the spikes in chemicals can give you like a crash afterwards. That what
100%. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You know, just like you're going to, you know, those chemicals will only last a certain amount of time. Yeah. And we know that we can't be happy all of the time. And the reason we can't be happy all of the time is because actually we have an inbuilt safety system that's saying, you know, we have to know when things feel bad in order to impact our survival, right? It's that threat to survival. And Christina, you use the word adrenaline, and that's really interesting. If you look at ancestral man and you know, you consider predators and you consider some of the challenges that ancestral man would have faced, you know, running away from a kind of old, I don't want to say prehistoric dinosaur because I don't think those timelines marry up scientifically, but a predator, you know, adrenaline is going to come and going to spike and going to see you through it. Yeah. You know, cortisol is a very different chemical. Cortisol is the kind of that lurch that I've talked about that you get in your stomach, which is essentially something's not right, and then you choose how you respond. You know, we cannot survive on pure adrenaline. Yeah. You know, if we were running away for something in fear of our lives, we'd probably run faster than we'd ever run before. But, you know, you're never going to be able to do that and sustain it on an ongoing basis. So the idea around the brain chemistry and the work that I do is how can we tap in to the different chemicals and what strategies can we in to do those things, to measure the fact that we are gonna lull. Yeah. You know, things like somebody said to me, oh, you must be really riding high based on the response you've had to the launch to mental health and recruitment. You know, it's amazing. But I kind of know enough to know, well, that's one thing that I've achieved and I'm really happy about that. And it's not that I'm being negative or I'm on a downer, but you know, that's not the end goal for me. That's one part, that's one of my mini milestones. And it's understanding actually these are the things that I need to do now to do something else. And you know, actually, if I'm not getting it at work and if I'm feeling a bit low, you know, what can I do to get that? But I'm talking about the chemicals you've heard me talk about before, you know, that rush of oxytocin, right? That the one that makes us feel bonded to people, that makes us feel close, that we experience when we trust. You know, I'll go and get oxytocin by proxy by patting my dog on the head. So it's understanding some of these strategies, and that's what I'm passionate about and the stuff that I like to talk about. Because, you know, if we want to feel good, if we want a bit of extra serotonin, what can we do to make ourselves feel good? Well, maybe I can't recognize all of my achievements, but maybe I can phone up Amanda and I can say to Amanda, by the way, I just want to let you know that, you know, I recognize you've done this, and this, and I think that's absolutely brilliant. Not only will Amanda get a tiny little bit of a surge of feel good factor, but I'll feel good because I've communicated that to you. So quite often, you know, I feel that we're just not educated about how our brains work, and there is a simple way to do it that actually can really drive our improvement and our happiness and our understanding that we don't have to be happy all the time. And actually, we sometimes need to go away. We need to let that adrenaline drop back down. And if we're completely depleted, we need to refill the pot. We need to decompress. We need to recharge. And we need to understand that it's not about feeling guilty when we do that. It's just like the phones, right? We have to plug our phones back in for them to be working at optimal level. And it's one of my favorite metaphors. It's the same for us. We cannot work at Duracell bunny level 100% of the time.